Hello everyone, I am your teacher Bhandari ma'am. Today we are starting our chapter number 2, searching and sorting. Okay, this is the lecture 1 of chapter number 2, searching and sorting. So basically we are using a subject is data structure using C. Okay, in that we have to learn different types of data structures. So what are the different operations we have to perform on these data structures? Are creation of data structure, insertion of an element, deletion of an element. We have to search an element from the data structure. So these are the different operations we may require to perform on the data structure. Okay, if you have a database, you have to do different operations. You can insert the record into that database, you can delete the record, you can retrieve the database, or also you can search the things from the record, or you can sort out those data. That is the different operations we can perform on the data structures. So here the first basic operations we have to perform here is the searching and sorting. For that we are taking array as the data structure. So simple array implementation we have to done in this whole chapter. In this complete chapter we have to do searching and sorting techniques. We have to learn different searching and sorting techniques, and we have to implement those searching and sorting techniques on array. Okay, so what are the unit outcomes we have to search? We have to see. First one is the explain the working of the given search method with an example. So there are two different searching techniques are there, and we have to explain it properly. Secondly, write an algorithm to search the given key using binary search method. This is the second method, binary search method. We have to write down the algorithm, and we have to find out how to search the element from the particular algorithm, or from the database by using the binary search. Next one is the write an algorithm to sort the data using specified sorting method. Here also we have to learn different sorting methods, and we have to learn the algorithms. Lastly, explain the working of a given sorting method step by step with an example and small data set. When your theory exams are there, you have to examples are given to you, and you have to sort it out by using a specified method. Okay, if the method is a quick sort, so the question is there are number of data is given, and you have to sort those elements by using the quick sort or bubble sort or any other sort. So specified sorting method is given, the data is given, you have to sort the example directly, or you can implement the sorting algorithm also. So these are the two different types of questions they can ask for you for the theory exam. Okay, so these are the unit outcomes. The second chapter we will start here. So first of all, what is searching? Okay, you require the prerequisite that searching operation on data structure. What do you mean by searching? So to find out a particular record from the given database. Okay, you have data and you have to search a particular data or record from that given database. That is called as searching. Okay. Today's TLO, that is teaching learning outcomes, are linear search and binary search. So we will just only go through the linear search today. We will go for the binary search in tomorrow's lecture. Okay, because binary search is quite complicated than the linear search. We will first of all properly see what is linear search, how it will be implemented, what is the algorithm for that linear search, how to find out the element by using the linear search. All we think here by using the linear search. So first of all, what is searching? Searching is an operation which finds the place of a given element in the list. Okay, you have a list of elements and you have to find out a particular element from that list. So when you find out the element, you have to just mention that this is the place where the element is there in the list. Okay, the search is said to be successful or unsuccessful depending on whether the element that is being searched is found or not. You have to search the element. If you found the element, that means the search is successful. If you cannot find out the element, that means the search is unsuccessful. It only means that we have to find out a particular element from the given list. Okay, we are just searching an element from the given list. So here, as I already told you, we have to implement all these programs or all these searching and sorting techniques by using the array implementation. We have to use array here, and we have to search the element by using that array. Okay, so here we have to search out which element we have to find out from the given list. So linear search, this is the simplest method of searching. It is very simple. The element to be found is searched sequentially in the list. Already you may have done it in the last semester, that the element to be found is searched sequentially in the list. Method can be used for both sorted and unsorted lists. So there are some types of conditions will be there for the different searching techniques, but here in the linear search there is no restrictions. You can search the element from the sorted list also, and you can search the element from the unsorted list also. So this is a very simple method of linear search. This search normally requires 2 comparisons for each item of the list. We have to do 2 comparisons. So first is that one, to check whether the index has reached the end of the list, and another one to check whether the item has the desired value. Okay, say for example you have to find out an element from the list. Okay, the list is given. Okay, if there are 5 elements in the list, you have to search for 5 elements. Okay, for that you have to check or compare that element to be found with all the elements of the array. Okay, as well as you have to keep it in mind that if there is the end of the list, if already all 5 elements we have compared, then you have to stop there, because the list is stopped. Okay, list is completed, so we have to stop there after 5 elements. So these 2 comparisons we have to keep it in mind. First, to comparison for each element of the list. Okay, first is to check whether the index has reached the end of the list, and second to check whether the item has the desired value or not. Okay, it is very simple search, so don't take too much tension. We will simplify it like this. Okay, this is the example given. This array is given A of 6, so that means there are 6 elements in the array. Already we have filled up the elements with the values 13, 5, 22, 72, 35, 47. Okay, so we have already taken 6 values for the array. We have to search the element 72 from the list. Okay, what we have to do? We have to search the element 72 from the list. So whenever we are searching an element from the list or the array, we have to start with the first element of the array. Okay, so here when you find out the first element, that means you have to start the array with the 0th position. So the element at the 0th position is 13. You have to start the search from here, and every time you have to compare this 72 with the element in the array. So first of all we will compare the 13 with the 72, then 72 with the 5, again 72 with the 22, and lastly 72 with the 72. Okay, we have to go through each and every element starting with the first element. So first element is the 0th position of the array. Okay, so 13 will be at the 0th place in the array. Okay, we will start the search from the 13th, and we will go throughout the list sequentially. Okay, keep it in mind that we are doing a linear search. We have to search the element linearly throughout the list. So we have to compare the element to be searched with every element of the array till there are 2 conditions. If we reach the end of the list, we have to stop. Otherwise, second thing, if we find out the element to be compared, then we have to stop the search. Okay, so these 2 things are there. So always again, here the second example which is given. Look at this now. There are 7 elements in the array. This array is having 7 elements, the 34, 65, 78, 23, 11, 53 and 29. These are the 7 elements of the array. We have to search the element 11. So element to be searched is 11. Now how the comparison takes place? Okay, how to write down if it is a theory question. So in the theory questions you may get the list like this. and the element to be searched is 11. Now the example, the question is like that, solve this example by using the linear search. When it is in the theory exam, you have to compare each and every element properly. You have to write down the answer properly, what you are comparing, how you are comparing, how you are going to next. So for that, this is the best example. First is we have to compare a of 0 with the 11. Okay, the element to be searched is 11. We have to compare that element with all the elements of the array. So we will start with the 0th element. So compare a of 0 with 11. So when we are comparing 34 with 11, 34 is greater than 11. So what we will do? We will go to the next element. If during comparison we do not find out the match, then we have to go to the next element. Okay. So 34 compared with 11, 34 is greater. So we will go to the next element. So that means we have to increase the array position. Now from 34 or a of 0, we will go to the a of 1. Okay. In the second, we have to compare a of 1 with the 11. So 65 when compared with 11, it is greater. So again we will go to the next element. Next element is 78. So compare a of 2 with 11. 78 compared with 11, it is not match. So go to the next element. Next element is 23. Again compare a of 3 with 11. 23 when compared with 11, it is again greater. So go to the next element. Next element a of 4. We have to compare with the 11. So at a of 4, the element is 11. So 11 matches with 11, and there we have to stop the search. It is a simple technique. We have to search each and every element. We have to compare each and every element with the element to be searched. Okay, element to be searched is 11. We have to compare that element with all the elements of the array starting with the starting. Okay, so from 0th element of the array, we have to compare that element to be searched with all the elements linearly. So it is called as linear search. This is the algorithm. Simple algorithm is given. Set I is equal to 1. If I is greater than n, then go to the step number 7. Okay, what we are going to do here? We are comparing every element. Okay, so linear search is the function. Array is given and the value x is also given. We have to set I to 1 while I is greater than n. Go to step number 7. When the array elements are completed, we have to directly go to the last step. In between that, okay, if a of I matches with x, okay, value x means the element to be searched is x. Throughout the array, we are searching if a of I is equal to x, then go to step number 6. So what is step number 6? Print the element x found at the index I and go to step 8, that is exit. Whenever we find out the element, we have to stop the search and directly we have to print that this is the position and the element found at this position, and directly we have to exit from the for loop. Okay, any looping statement we have to do for the array. Okay, when it is a linear search, how to implement that linear search? We have to use the looping statement for I is equal to 1 up to the elements of the array. We have to search that element. For that searching, we will write down the step that if a of I is equal to x, we are comparing every element of array with the value of x. If it is found, then directly we have to print the index and stop the search. If it is not, okay, if at the first position we will not find out the element, so we have to go to the next one. So for that, we have to just increase the value of I and then again go to check step number 2. What is step number 2 here? Step number 2 is just to find out the end of the array will reach or not. Okay, if I is greater than n, so that means the array, the particular size of array is n. We have to go up to that end of the array. Till that we have to search the element. So if a of I is equal to x, we are searching the element. If it is found, then we have to stop the search. We have to print that element is at that index and we have to stop the search here. We have to exit from the function here. If it is not, we have to go to the next element. For that we have to increase the I. Again we have to check that the array end of array we are reaching to the end of array or not. If it is not, then again we have to compare the element with the element to be searched. Like that the looping will continue. It is a very simple algorithm. I will explain you how to do the linear search. So simple, what you have to take, you have to take an array, you have to insert the elements into the array. Okay, you have to take one for loop. You can say for if 5 elements, if we have declared the array of 5, then we have to take the loop for I is equal to 0 up to I is less than 5. Okay, in that looping statement, what we have to write down, we have to compare that a of I, is it matches with the value to be searched. So if x is taken as the element to be searched, then we have to compare if a of I is equal to x. If it is that, then what you have to do, you have to print statement that the element is found at this position and just write down the exit. Okay, that means you can break from that for loop at that time. If it is not, okay, in the else part you can also write down that I is equal to I plus 1. Just you have to increase the value of I for the next comparison. Very simple algorithm is there. Maybe you have done it in the last semester. Just check it out and do the implementation. So this is all about the linear search. We will stop our lecture for linear search today. Okay, we will go to the example. Okay, we will see the detailed example for this linear search. Okay, and also we will do the binary search for tomorrow. Till that, thank you.